Down the hill. For words, recorded by a 14-year-old girl seconds before she died. For 5 years, police had his voice, his photo, even his walk on video. They just didn't have his name. February 13, 2017. Delphi, Indiana, a small town where everybody knew everybody. Best friends Libby German, 14, and Abigail Abby Williams, 13, had the day off school. They decided to spend the afternoon hiking the Monon High Bridge Trail, a quiet, scenic path locals walked all the time. Libby's older sister dropped them off around 2 in the afternoon, with plans to pick them back up a few hours later. It was routine. It was safe. It was the kind of afternoon nobody thinks twice about. By early evening, the girls hadn't shown up at the pickup spot. Family members went looking themselves before even calling police. What they found on the trail that night was terrifying: no girls, but their phones showing signs they'd been out there recently. Within hours, this quiet Indiana town was crawling with search teams, volunteers, and increasingly panicked families. The next day, February 14th, searchers found both girls' bodies in a wooded area just off the trail. They had been murdered. Here's where this case became different from almost any other. Before she died, Libby had pulled out her phone and recorded video, capturing footage of a man walking on the bridge behind them. She'd also managed to record audio of his voice. 2 words, spoken by a man investigators would soon call simply, "Bridge Guy." Down the hill. That's what he said. Police had his face, blurry, but real. They had his voice. What they didn't have, for the next 5 years, was his name. Investigators released the grainy footage to the public, along with a police sketch. Tips flooded in from across the country. Thousands of names were submitted. Thousands were cleared. Year after year passed with search teams, task forces, and the FBI all working the case, and still, nothing solid connected to an arrest. For the town of Delphi, the not knowing became its own kind of wound, a killer's face on every telephone pole, and no name to put with it. And here's the detail that would eventually make this case even more disturbing. Just days after the murders, back in February 2017, a local man named Richard Allen actually told police he had been on that exact trail, at the exact time the girls disappeared. He gave a statement. And then, according to investigators, he simply disappeared into the pile of tips, one name among thousands, filed away and forgotten. For 5 years, Richard Allen kept living an ordinary life in Delphi, working behind the counter at a local CVS pharmacy, walking distance from where the murders happened. Then, in September 2022, someone digitizing old case files noticed his original statement placing him on the trail that day. It had been sitting there the entire time. Investigators moved fast. They searched Allen's home and recovered a pistol. Forensic testing matched an unfired bullet found between the girls' bodies at the crime scene directly to that gun. On October 26, 2022, more than 5 years after Libby German recorded 2 words on her phone, police arrested Richard Allen. While awaiting trial, something remarkable happened. According to prosecutors, Allen confessed to the murders more than 60 separate times, to his wife, to his own mother, to prison psychologists, wardens, and other inmates. Recordings of some of these confessions were later played for the jury. His defense argued he was suffering from severe mental illness at the time and that the confessions weren't reliable. The jury would have to decide who to believe. In November 2024, after 19 hours of deliberation across 3 days, the jury reached its verdict. Guilty, on all counts. Richard Allen showed almost no reaction. His wife reportedly wept, barely able to stand. The following month, he was sentenced to 130 years in prison. At sentencing, Libby's grandfather looked directly at Allen and told him he needed to stand up and stop appealing. Allen has appealed the conviction, and as of the latest filings, that appeal is still working its way through Indiana's courts. For the families of Abby Williams and Libby German, the wait for an answer took 5 years, one overlooked tip, and 2 words recorded by a terrified teenage girl who, without knowing it, may have helped catch her own killer. Down the hill. The phrase that haunted an entire town, finally led them to a name.